right, hi, my name is Jeff. I am with Stretched in New York City, and today we're gonna go through stretches for runners. You're gonna want to grab your stretch strap or a rope that you have handy to get as much leverage as possible for a lot of these leg and hip movements. And what we're gonna do is start with the low calf and kind of work our way up through the leg and hip. So we're actually gonna stay seated to start. And the first one we're gonna do is first of a 2 stretch series we call a smooth walker for the soleus, so low to mid calf. We want this knee bent, and we want it so this foot and heel is even with the knee on the other leg. And to do the stretch, we're gonna start by flexing the ankle and get the hands around the ball of the foot and pull that nice and firm. Hold that for just a few seconds. Relax that and repeat. So a full set is gonna be about 10 repetitions when you're doing this on your own, and everything should be held for a maximum of 3 seconds. For the sake of the video, we might work through one side a little more quickly than the other, but when doing these on your own, remember 10 reps is a full set on both sides, okay? You can quickly switch just to show that other side and follow that same movement pattern. So you can feel free to pull this a little bit aggressively as long as the hands are firmly around the ball of the foot and it doesn't create any pain in the ankle. That way you can achieve an appropriate stretch in the soleus. And then in moving further up the calf to get this gastrocnemius, we're gonna do the second of our smooth walkers by putting the strap around the ball of the foot, and we're gonna lay down. So this leg is now gonna be straight and elevated, and we wanna flex the ankle the same way we did for the first one and pull the strap. Hold that for about 3 seconds, and then reset by going toes up before repeating. So you'll feel the sensation here's a little bit different. This is often a lot more intense. It should be getting that upper calf, and this may travel into the hamstring as well. Okay, 3 seconds at a time, activating the muscles throughout the tibialis anterior, front of the shin, and top of the ankle to flex that and move into the stretch. After about 10 reps or so, you could switch sides and repeat on the other. And then when you're ready, we're gonna get that strap right into the middle of the arch and move up above the knee into the hamstring. So now we have 2 movements of the hamstring. The first is the bent knee of our hello hammies. It's called hello hammies number 1. So the goal here is to get full extension of the knee. So you're gonna start by activating the quad. I'm gonna go into a straight leg, assist with the strap, 3 seconds, relax, and then repeat. Okay, so again, the goal here is to get full extension in the knee. If you cannot do that, drop the leg a little bit lower and then go into the stretch. Or if you need more intensity, lift up higher before moving into the stretch. Okay, so it's gonna get these lower hamstring attachments closer to the knee, and then after that, the second would be to keep the leg straight and assist. So the straight leg, the second hamstring stretch, will get a little bit more deeper into the belly of the muscle. It'll typically be a little bit more intense. Try to keep that leg straight throughout. If you have a history of back pain, or if you're tighter, you can bend this knee and rest the foot. That'll allow for easier movement by relaxing the lumbar spine. If you are healthy there, then you can keep the other leg straight. So again, we would quickly switch sides, and we would definitely want to do both full sets. So that's one more time. Hello hammies number 1. Full extension of the knee, and the second is straight leg. Okay, after that, we're gonna do a variation of what we call side sweeper to get into the adductors or inside the thigh. So for that, we're gonna lift up like we just did, keep the leg straight, and then drop it down to the side. Okay, so this is gonna get those adductors on the inside of the thigh again, but also a little bit medial hamstring, so it's good for the inside of the leg and groin. All right, keep the leg straight as much as you can as you drop to the side. You can use the leverage from the strap to assist that as best you can. Okay, full set and switch, come up and drop. This arm that's not working can rest at the side of the body to provide a little bit of counterweight, keep you stable as you move the leg. Okay, after that, what we would like to do is essentially the opposite movement. So now we're gonna lift up, slight bend in the knee, just enough to unlock it, and we're gonna drop across the body. So now we're gonna get outside the hip in the piriformis. As you drop the leg, try to keep the foot of the non-working leg, toes pointed up towards the ceiling or towards the sky, so your hips stay balanced and your body doesn't roll onto the side. You could also take the arm of the non-working hand onto the side of the body to keep you more stable. Okay, and what's gonna happen as we switch sides, when you slightly bend the knee to unlock the joint, that will help isolate the outside of the hip in the piriformis, which is what we're trying to target here for that stretch. Alternatively, you can keep the leg straight, which will add some intensity throughout the leg, but will also take away from that isolation of the piriformis. All right, so remember, a full set is about 10 repetitions, and what you would then do is roll onto your side for the quadriceps. And so what I'm gonna do is roll. My left leg is forward, bent at the knee, and I'm gonna hold the strap firmly on that leg for balance. We're actually gonna stretch this right leg by grabbing the ankle at the hand and kick back with the glute, pulling with the arm, hold that for 3 seconds, and then come back up, reset, and repeat. So again, the strap is used for stability on this movement rather than assisting the stretch. Keeping this leg forward and resting in that position will keep pressure off the lumbar spine and make it easier to extend the stretching leg back. Okay. So again, 10 repetitions will be a full set. Once you've gotten that leg, you can then switch and repeat. Okay, lastly, what we want to do to get outside the hip in the abductors is we're going to go underneath the foot and then wrap that strap around the low leg, helping it to externally rotate. So after we wrap the strap, we want to rest both legs straight. You're going to rotate the hip, pointing the toes outward. Again, slight bend in the knee. A bend like this is too much, so just enough to unlock the joint, and we're gonna swing across the hip towards the other shoulder, using both hands to pull in that direction. 3 seconds, come back and reset. This one is important that you rotate the hip again in between each repetition to really isolate what we're going for. Before you reset and repeat. All right, one more time. 10 to 12 reps will be considered a full set as you do both sides. And we recommend using a strap like this to get as much leverage as possible for these movements of the leg and the hip. And so this has been Stretching for Runners. For more information, please feel free to check us out at stretchspace.com. Stay loose, and so long.